Hi guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith and I'm excited to have you here on this channel. If this is your first time stopping by, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the few things you need to know as a dietetics intern in Nigeria, how you can get your internship slot, and some few universities in Nigeria that offer placement for internship and some other things you need to know. So if that's something that you want to know about, please stay tuned. Don't forget to watch this video to the end, like, comment, subscribe, and you can ask me any question. I'll gladly reply in the comment section. Okay, so without wasting our time, I'll just go straight to the business of today. So, what is internship? Internship is a 1 year training that you do that gives you more practical aspects of your field. For example, now in dietetics, is a 1 year composite training that helps you to, develop your skills, help you to understand the field more by seeing practical aspect of different concerns of your particular field. So it exposes you to more practical than just the theory. While in school, you do practicals, and you know how practicals can be just book, head knowledge, you're just trying to imagine. But when you come for internship, you see practical aspects, you see things that will challenge you, you see cases that you've never heard of, and you never knew that a dietitian has a role to play in such cases. So I would definitely encourage every dietetic student to try and do internship. I know it might be very difficult to get, but please don't give up. Keep on applying and keep on trying. How do I get a placement or how do I apply for internship? Now it's very simple. There are quite a number of hospitals here in Nigeria that are licensed or that are accredited to for internship by both bodies. We have two bodies in Nigeria. We have DAN and we also have IDN. So we have some hospitals that are already accredited by either of the body and you can apply. For example, I did my internship at University of Benin Teaching Hospital. So University of Benin is also one hospital that is already accredited. We also have University of Nigerian, I think Unsuka. Then we have Ahmadu Bello University, the teaching hospital also offer. We have University of Jos. There are quite a number of them, so I might not want to bore us here by listing all of them. So what you have to do is to make sure that you know when there's an advert, okay? And once there's an advert, try and apply early. Like for University of Benin, where I did my internship, they usually take interns, set of interns twice a year. I think it's usually around June and November. So for the sets that will be taken in June, definitely I think 2 months before then the placement will be out. Likewise, the set I'm taking in November, once it's around September, August, September, they usually place adverts. So once you see you apply, and once you apply, I think you like for mine was very easy. We wrote an examination and then we had an interview, and after that we were picked and selected for internship. So you don't really need any serious drama. Just make sure that you are aware of the time that there's always an advert so that you can apply early. Now, let's talk about accommodation. So there was someone that reached out to me on LinkedIn. Yeah, so I think I posted about my internship in University of Benin, and then she reached out to me saying that she wanted to know if they normally give accommodation there. So I explained to her, I said for University of Benin, accommodation is not part of your internship, let's say criteria, or sorry, not criteria, part of the bonuses that comes with internship. No. But the hospital has a particular quarters where the fee or the rent is cheaper than renting somewhere outside. So they have a place where you can actually pay less and stay within the hospital quarters. Or if you don't get, you can as well rent an accommodation outside. So I don't know for other places, but for where I did my internship, it's more economical for you to rent a building you are, close to where the hospital is, so that you don't spend much money on transportation. Now, where do we do internship? I know this question is something that I should have answered earlier. We do internship at the hospital. So you do your internship in the hospital, not a hotel or any other place, the hospital. Now, what are the qualities you should have as a dietetic student or someone who wants to do internship? The first thing I always say is you should be able to simplify things, especially for your patients. Now, you're going to be working with patients, with real things, real events, things that are not written in a book. You're meeting this patient, you're meeting someone who's diabetic, you're meeting someone who's hypertensive, you're meeting a malnourished child, you're meeting someone who has burnout issues, you get. So you should be able to explain these things to them in a very simple form. For example, you want your patient to eat a particular, maybe a particular macronutrient or micronutrient, and you're calling it in a way that is difficult for them. How are they going to understand? They're not going to understand. So you should be able to tell them where this particular nutrient is found, the particular food, like bring it down to the patient's level, because now you're not dealing with just yourself or your colleagues, you're dealing with people who doesn't really know the nutritional terminologies, you get. So another thing that I would like to say is that internship is actually paid and not free, although there's some hospitals that run free internship, and I really don't know why. I don't know why, but there are hospitals that actually run free internship. And so if you know that you don't really mind doing internship without payments, there are hospitals that actually do that. So you can apply to them. But if you know you really want to get paid, because it's not easy, trust me, it's not easy. A lot of things have gone up. The economy is not smiling. So doing a free internship, I mean, I know yes that you're about to gain experience, you're about to gain knowledge, you're about to equip yourself. But at the same time, I mean, people need to feed, people need to take care of themselves, and most times internship takes your time. Yeah, it takes your time, and you're going to walk the walk. You are going to walk the walk. Do you know what I said? You are going to walk that walk. So please, if you know you cannot afford to do internship for free, go to where you're going to be paid. All right. And while you're getting paid, make sure you are gathering the right knowledge that you need. Make sure you are learning. Make sure you are looking at things. Don't just wait for knowledge to come to you. Seek knowledge. When you see something that maybe like a senior dietitian is doing or a senior colleague is doing, don't just assume you know. Ask questions. Ask, why are you doing this? Ask, okay, what is the rationale behind this thing? Because that is where you can learn. And I've discovered that when you learn during practicals, it sticks more than the one you learn from your book, because you're seeing it, you're listening to it, and you can remember all the process and all the things you did for you to be able to achieve a particular result. So when it comes to practical, please ask questions. Don't just look, ask questions. So the reality of internship is that you're going to work. Trust me, you're going to do everything. Like any work you can think of in the field, you're going to do. And to me, I feel it's not a bad thing, because that's the only way you can learn. So just get ready. You're going to work. It's not for the lazy, it's not for the faint hearted. Imagine a lot of persons are wishing to have these slots, so you can't just come and come and flex. You're going to work the work. So please try and don't be discouraged. And another thing I'd like to say is that I know it's difficult to get internship here in Nigeria, especially for dietetic students, but don't give up. Hmm? Keep trying. You never can tell when it to be your turn, and try to put your ears on ground. Try and know when hospitals are open for internship, especially for dietetics. Maybe in another video, I will list the universities that, sorry, the hospitals that are available, or I'll drop the link to my LinkedIn account, because I've made the post before. There are a lot of hospitals now that take intern. So maybe you just look for the one that's close to you or close to your location, and then keep up with them. Know when there's an opening and try to apply early. Don't wait till tomorrow. Apply the moment that you are seeing that this thing is open. Just apply. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about you getting your license. Now we have two bodies in Nigeria. That's the IDN. That's the Institute for Dietetics in Nigeria, and Dietetics Association of Nigeria. I know there's been a debate about the two bodies and the rest, but for me, I'm not really interested in that debate. What I would say is that whichever one works for you, please join. Note that Dan doesn't take all hospitals or some universities. I think that's what I heard, but I'm not sure. So please, I'm not saying this is it, but there are some hospitals that are not accredited under Dan. But IDN covers a wider range. So depending on the one you want, depending on the one that is better. But the most important thing is for you to gain knowledge, gain practical experience, and have a license to work with. Have a license. Please don't be among those people that just think I can maneuver my way, get a license without practical experience. The truth is that the experience you have or the experience you gain, nobody can take it away from you. Even though you decide not to practice today, there are some things that will still be in you because while you were there when it happened, you understood the assignments, you did a lot of practicals, a lot of work, a lot of things. You just know that no, I understand and I know this thing. That is what internship can do to you, at least for a year. Imagine you going for a training for a year. You come across some cases again, and the moment you try to, create interventions and other things, they begin to stick more, and you now begin to understand the theoretical part of that particular problem or that particular issue that you provide solution for. So that's the way it is. So please try and get your try and do internship. Don't just get a license. Don't just get a practical license without practical. Because trust me, there's a part you get to that you'll be stopped. Why? Because you didn't learn the basics. Video. I really don't want the video to be lengthy. I just want to help few students that are maybe confused about dietetics, if there's a future in dietetics for them. Of course there is. Maybe you're not the one seeking the right knowledge. There is practice, there's future for every dietitian in this country and also outside the country also. So if you are, stuck, you're done with school, you're done with serving, and you don't even know what to do, you can try your internship slot. Keep applying. Don't give up. Keep applying. I think I applied like 4 times before I could get my internship. I applied to Benin twice, and I applied to I think in Enugu like twice. So I didn't get, but I wasn't discouraged. I was doing other things while I was still trying to get placement for my internship. So I just hope this short video will help someone. And please don't forget to drop your comments. Don't forget to like. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. I'll be so excited. I really want to help fellow dietetics like me, especially those who are still in school, who might not really have someone to look up to or someone that can help them with the right information. So that's what I want to do. I want to help. So you can please subscribe and also share this post. You can share it on your WhatsApp group, on your school group, or anyone that you know will need this video. I will benefit from it. Thank you very much and bye. See you in my next video.